All right. Hey, I want to do like a little mini series on backpacking. Um, I'm not like an expert or anything, but I think I'm somewhere in between amateur and expert. I've gone out a few times and picked up some tricks, and now I feel fairly confident. And it's pretty nice if you have a little tutorial because I kind of had to learn things trial and error, and that's not very much fun when everything sucks. So this one is for clothing, apparel. I'm going to do apparel and footwear together because I think they're pretty simple. So let me start with the footwear. Actually, this is probably one of the most important aspects of backpacking is making sure you have good footwear because all of the weight of everything you're carrying, the whole hike, everything is gonna come down to your boots or your shoes. Okay, because you want to make sure you have enough support. Okay, because you're gonna add like 30 to 50 pounds onto your weight, and you're going to be going, all sorts of elevation change. You want to make sure you have good support for it. These are Vask Breezes XCRs, a couple of years old. They're really, really nice. Um, they've got a Vibram sole that's pretty rigid, so it's got really good support. It also has Gore-Tex XCR. Gore-Tex makes, as far as I know, two different kinds of their waterproofing material. There's GTX and XCR. GTX isn't as breathable, but it's more rigid, so they usually use it in boots. Okay, so as far as I know, that these are one of the only mid-size boots that has XCR, so it's a little more breathable. Okay, so works really well. I stood in a tub of water up to here for 10 minutes, and I didn't. There was no water that came through. So basically, what you're looking for is making sure it's waterproof. You want to make sure that it supports the weight that you have and that it's comfortable. Okay, um, that's going to be super important. If you are into ultralighting or you're doing day packing, and what I mean is with food and water, you're only carrying like 25 pounds on your back or less, then you can consider trail running shoes. Okay, and even trail runners will come with Gore-Tex and Vibram soles, but they're lighter. They can be up to a pound or more lighter, so the lightness on the feet will really help out. So those are some options that you have. All right, so inside of your boot or your shoe, this is really important too, is to make sure you have good socks. Okay, and you do not want to wear cotton socks, first off. A lot of people wear wool, but if you go and you look at like the Smart Wool or REI or any other like hiking sock maker, you're going to see that essentially it's all the same thing. Now, it'll vary a little bit, but basically what I've noticed is like you have like these, for instance, these are from REI. They're roughly 80 something percent wool, 10 to 15% acrylic, and then like a percent lycra, for the stretch in it. But basically what the combination that people come up with is going to do is it's going to insulate your feet. It's going to take the sweat and wick it away and put it to the surface. And then hopefully, if your boot, is well constructed, then it'll be able to breathe and it'll kind of get that moisture out of your uh, out of your boots. Okay, and just as important as those socks, I highly recommend it. Are sock liners. Okay, these are specifically made for hiking sock liners. They're usually like a nylon or polypro material. The other thing you can do, when I first started, it worked really well. I didn't get any blisters. I might have had one, or just nylon socks, really thin nylon dress socks, and that worked pretty well. But they do make sock liners specifically. If you go to an outfitter, you'll see it there. So you basically put on the sock liner first, and then you put the hiking sock over it. The sock liner wicks water away really well. It keeps you from getting blisters because it's going to stay against your skin, and it's not going to move around, so you won't wear your skin down to a blister, which you do not want blisters. Okay. All right. Next, I would say what is important while we're at that base level is underwear. Um, they do have, like, I know Under Armour makes one. There's another one called Ex Officio. Um, it's like $30 for boxer briefs. What I do is go to TJ Maxx or Marshalls or one of those kind of places, and you can get like these. Let's see what this is made out of. It's like a 80% microfiber and polyester. Um, you can get like Structure or Nautica, at those places, and it's like $8. It's real stretchy. It wicks really well. Kind of keeps everything in place and dry, and that way you don't chafe. And they're really nice and really cheap. That's what I recommend. Okay. For shirts, do not wear cotton. keep saying that. Do not wear cotton. This is really cheap. Under Armour makes good stuff. They make stuff for cold and warm. This is really cheap. This is the Champion C9 line. It's a polypro material. You know, it was like $10. It's kind of loose. It's not the ones that just kind of like stick against your skin. I have one of those too. I'm not going to use it. And then another one that I'm going to try out. I don't know if it's going to work too well, but I brought it just in case because it's a little more comfortable. It's a poly cotton mix, 50-50, because it's a little softer, and if it dries really well, then I'll just use it. If not, I will pitch it. Okay. Let's see. While we're in the underwear, oh yeah, while we're on the underwear, I got a warm weather shirt or cold weather shirt. I mean, it's a polypro. It's a little tighter. It's made to keep the warmth in. So just in case, I can wear this underneath it if it's a cold morning or cold night. And then for like leggings, what I recommend, Patagonia in specific, the company Patagonia makes stuff out of this stuff called capsuline, which is basically recycled Coke bottles, and it really keeps it warm. It's light, it's comfortable like cotton. It's really, really nice. I dig it. And then for pants and stuff, I've got these. These pants are from North Face. They're made out of nylon. They're not convertibles. Convertibles have a zipper right here, so you can turn them into shorts. I'm actually just wearing polyester swimming shorts, Pink Floyd, actually. Pink Floyd polyester swimming shorts, because I'd like to have two pairs of something in case I need to wash one, or one gets really dirty, or I just want to change or something. It's wet and I want to change into something dry. It's not that much more, and whatever. So basically, you have some main layers. I've got the T-shirt. All right, I've got an insulating layer. Okay, I've got a fleece, REI fleece. It's real nice. It's a zip up, and then I've got my raincoat. This is a Go Light Zertam. Basically, what I look for in rainwear is it's got to be pretty much 100% waterproof, and it's got to be breathable. That's why I really like the Zertam, because the material I have is kind of stretchy. It's not really like poncho. It's just plastic against your skin. It doesn't feel good and it doesn't breathe. But the Zertam, I know a lot of people have it, a model like that now, or a line like that, where it's really waterproof and it's really breathable. So that's what I would look for. So you're going to make sure you have a T-shirt, you got an insulating layer, you've got like an outer layer, and then something that's waterproof. Okay, I brought 2 pair of underwear, 2 pair of socks, 2 pair of sock liners, and that's it. Everything else I just have one of. The T-shirts I have one and the other because I'm testing them out, but I'm only going to carry one once I'm finished. So if you have any questions or anything, or you want me to follow up with anything, just send me an email or something, and I'll see if I can do it.